Hello, this is Anpav76, and today I would like to talk about DupliVerts, or in other words, duplication vertices, a method which is used to duplicate child objects on every vertex of the parent object. I used this method to make my cube world animation I posted a couple of days ago. My animation was based on the great tutorial from BlenderNerd, but I think I have found out more intuitive or more user-friendly way of using DupliVerts. The result is exactly the same, but the steps you need to get there are a little bit different, and I think more user friendly, so to say. Uh, and also, I would like to share how I did this strange glowing effect on the cube world. So, having said that, I think we are ready to start. So, press 7 on the numpad to go to the top view. Press Shift A and then add a plane. Press S and type 150 and enter to scale it for 150 times. Um, and I think on my animation I used something like 2000 or close to 2000. It was really huge and really CPU consuming. So in order to avoid it, we will be waiting for each frame to be rendered for minutes. 150 should be fine. So with our plane selected, press Tab to go to the edit mode and then press W and subdivide. You could repeat that for a couple of times until you will get um, the needed results, or the easiest way is to use left menu and specify number of cuts. So if we have scaled it for 150, then let's use 150 cuts. So we'll have one cut every one Blender unit. Okay, this is fine. Press Tab to get out of the edit mode, and then this is the time where we need to set up the relationship between cube and a plane. So cube needs to be child object, which will be duplicated on the vertex of every vertex of parent object. So make sure that you select cube first, and then press Shift right click on a plane and press Ctrl P and choose set parent to object. Uh, so we have created the relationship, and as I mentioned, the using DupliVerts, this method is really user friendly. Is right click on the plane, go to the object tab, and then choose verts. So it's fairly simple. Uh, and as you can see, it's already duplicated on every vertex. So we can tweak it a little bit. So press 7 on the numpad and then 5 to go to the top orthographic view. Um, Select our cube. I think we can go to the wire mode. So press Z to go to the wire mode. And what I would like to do is make sure that the edges of the cubes are not overlapping. So let's scale it in a way to so the edges are not overlapping. We can even scale it. We can even tweak it a little bit better. So press Shift and press middle button on the mouse to move viewport and make it. Let's tweak it a little bit. Okay, I think this is it. Um, as you can see, this cube is in the middle of, or it's overlapping with a couple of the other cubes, but you don't have to worry about that because the child object will not be visible in the render. You will see only the duplicated cubes. So in this case, okay, so press Z to go to the normal view, or to exit the wireframe view. And right now, what we have to do is we need to, or it's a good time to start messing around with our plane. So with the right click to select the plane, go to the materials, add material, then go to the textures, add texture, and this is a good practice to name the textures, because when you will add more textures, by default they will be called like texture 1, texture 2, something like that. So it's always better to name them, so it will be easier to find out the appropriate or the right texture. Um, mm, mm, so it will be easier to find the right texture later. Um, Goody, so let's call it displacement, or name it in the way you wish. And let's go to uh, the modifiers section and choose displace modifier, and click on this icon and then choose displacement. And as you can see, the plane is displaced, but the result is strange. So we just need to scale the cube on a z-axis to make sure that the plane will not be visible. So in the outliner, click on the or expand the plane, select the cube, and press S, Z, and I think 20 should do the work. And it looks okay. Um, so we have our small cube world. Goody, I think we need to do some tweaking to the lighting. So select our camera, press 1 to go to the front view, press G and Z and move it up over the ground. Then let's move to the world, change the horizon color to black, and switch on the environment lighting. So in that case, our the environment will cast a light, and let's see how it will looks like. So I'm pressing 0 on my numpad to go to the camera view, and press Shift F to go to the free camera mode, and I'm just moving my mouse. And as you can see, there is some, the cubes are appearing, disappearing. So we just need to adjust the clipping end. So with camera selected, go to the object data and change the clipping end to, I think if we scale it for 150, then set it to 300. And here we go. The missing cubes are now visible. And let's press F, Shift F again, and then let's move around. So nothing is disappearing. Okay, I think it's good place to stay. Then choose render to see how it will looks like, and it looks quite interesting already, but we are still far away from the final result. So let's stop this and select our cube again, and then go to materials. In case you don't have any material, then add it, and let's give it a nice brownish reddish color, something like that. And let's make it dark, or you can do whatever color you like or you prefer. I will stick to this one. Let's render it, and at this time let's wait until the entire frame will be rendered. The reason for this is that I would like to use the I would like to see this frame when I will be playing around in compositing. So in order to see that frame, it needs to be fully rendered. So let's wait for a few seconds. And this is also why I choose 150 times, just to reduce the render time. Okay, I think we are done. So press escape to get out of this, and then go to the node editor and choose the third icon, the compositing node, um, or the compositing icon, and then select use nodes and select backdrop. And let's add a viewer. So press Shift A and choose from output viewer and connect the dots. And this is what I was this is what I was talking before about. So we can see the results of our tweaking um, without the need to render the frame each time. I was using blur filter in order to get this glowing effect. So press Shift A, from filter choose blur, and you can manually connect the dots, or you can move the node over a line, and then the dots will be connected automatically. And I think first of all, I used something like fast Gaussian, and then uh, if I remember correctly, 800 or something like that. Sorry, 80 or something like that. Uh, then let's add a mix node. So press Shift A, from color choose mix, and connect this. So it doesn't matter if the it doesn't matter how those dots will be connected, or if the blur will be connected to the lower dot or to the upper, because we will be playing around with the value here to specify or to get to the proper result. So I think if we will choose 0.5, then we will get mm, something like 50% of the processed image and 50% of the original image, and I think this is uh, not good yet. Although but we can already see some glowing here. But let's add more. Let's increase the value. So let's type 120, and let's say that this will be 0.65. Okay, it's more blurry. Goody. Um, let's add some glare effect to that. So press Shift A, from filter choose glare, and connect those dots, and choose fog glow, and set threshold to 0. And I think this we are getting closer to good results. Then let's add another mix node. So press Shift A, choose color, mix, and then connect the original image. And let's say 6. We can adjust this to 0.7. Okay, it looks interesting. And then let's play with some colors. So from the color, choose the color balance, and then connect the dots. And let's play with some gamma and gain. So let's add some. I'm just picking that randomly uh, until I will get some nice result. I think I over-engineered that, but okay. Let's say that uh, this is fine. Mm, I think I used dot I used blur, glare, and the color balance. Uh, I don't remember what kind of color I choose that. I think it 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 was close to that. Uh, I we might add some emitting like 0.05, and let this time we have to render it. So let's see how it looks like. it will take some seconds to render. Okay, bear with me. And I think we are almost done. I just thought about one thing, so we could add some. Oh yeah, oh sorry, I was thinking about saying that, and I forgot to do that. So you need to make sure that you connect the last node into the compositing node. Otherwise, what you will see, what you will see in the backdrop will not be visible in the render. So in order to avoid that you will, or in order to save your time, I will pause here and resume when the render is done. So it looks like this. Uh, you can you can tweak the color, you can tweak the compositing in in a way to get the results uh, which will be best for you. I think in for purpose of this tutorial we could stop here. There is only one thing we just came to my mind, so we could add some life to our cube world. So go back to the 3D view and make sure that the plane is selected, and go to the texture, and uh, let's tweak the depth to be the highest value, and then let's keyframe the size. So our cube world will be, first of all, it will be at the very beginning it will be flat. So let's say it will be 2, the highest value, and then by the way, you can use any texture type to be your displacement modifier. So it can be, Voronoi. I mean, you can use any texture in the displacement modifier. Just choose the one which suits you best. I like clouds, so I will stick to that. Uh, right click on the camera, and I think this will be faster. Uh, let's move, let's move it. Then Shift F to go to the fly mode or to free mode, whatever. Uh, you know, and then sorry, right click on the plane again, and let's keyframe the size a little bit. So make sure that you move your cursor over the field, then press I. You can also, I think, right click and then choose insert keyframe. In order to make it a little bit more realistic, we need to have a longer time when the land, or let's say when the plane will be deformed. So let's say we will have 1000 frames of the animation. Then go to the 1000 frame and set it to like 0.5, and then keyframe it again. So either you right click and choose insert keyframe, or you move your cursor over the field and press I. In both cases it will insert the keyframe. So if I will play the animation by pressing Alt A, you can see that the plane is getting uh, displaced over time. So it's leaving, it's alive. And yeah, it's adding some life to the animation. I haven't used that when I was doing my cube world, because first of all I wanted to have a static cube world, uh, and but on the other hand, to be honest with you, I think I haven't thought about this at that time. But it looks really cool. It can it can add some it can produce some nice effects, like this ground, which is already strange because it's cube world, so it's also moving, uh, and yeah, that's mainly what I wanted to share with you today. Yeah, there was some noise at my flat when I was recording my last sentences, so I decided to cut them off and record them again. So thank you for watching this tutorial. I hope I shared something interesting and useful for you. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. So in case you did, or in case you didn't, feel free to leave me a comment. Uh, it was my second tutorial. I still consider it as a challenge, but I think I will get better over time. So, yeah, thank you again, and see you next time. Goodbye.